Babe, I think it's time for us to get married, don't you?
Huh? I don't remember saying I was going to marry you, actually.
What? What do you mean?
Why are you suddenly asking me to marry you out of the blue? It's hardly very romantic.
Well then, do you not want to get married?
Do you think that we're going to get married?
Come on now, don't be like this. What's wrong with you today?
What do you mean? Be like what?
Do you just not love me enough? Are you having second thoughts or something? Just tell me what's going on. Please say that's not what it is.
I wonder.
Have I made a mistake? Did I treat you wrong somehow?
Yes, you did.
Oh my god, I can't believe you would keep dating me for 5 years and never tell me that you weren't gonna marry me. You knew I wanted to get married. I guess I was the only one. I made a mistake suggesting we set a date for the wedding, it seems.
Honey, do you know how old I am right now? You know when my birthday is, don't you?
Of course, you just turned 35 recently.
Well then, don't you see why I'm upset? Don't you think you've been keeping me waiting a bit too long? Since we've been dating, I've never said anything about feeling the same way as you about marriage and wanting to have a wedding. But do you really think it's fair to make me wait for you until my mid-30s? All my friends got married years ago.
I'm sorry, babe. You never said anything about wishing we got married sooner. I didn't realize. I thought the fact that you never complained about me not proposing to you just meant that you understood my point of view and agreed with me.
Are you kidding me? I could have been waiting for you to ask until I was 50. Did you really think I would just hang around?
Well, there is a reason I wanted to wait until we were older, you know? Just let me explain my reasoning and the thinking behind it, okay? I wasn't making you wait to get married until you were an old woman just to be mean to you, I promise.
Come on then, tell me why you did it. I swear I'm gonna be so upset with you if you don't have a real, genuine reason. I'll tear you apart and get revenge for you wasting so many years of my life.
Well, my dad has some debt. I think the last time we talked about it, it was about $140,000.
What the hell?
Of course, he's been trying to pay it off by himself, paying back a bit at a time whenever he could afford to. I wanted to help him and contribute some money to making his problem go away. I didn't want to marry you when that problem was still hanging over us. You didn't deserve that. You deserve to have a man with no debt who was stepping into married life confidently and independently. I wanted to give you the life you deserved, not give you another huge problem.
Well then what did you think was going to happen if I told you I didn't want to wait for you and said that we should break up? What if I'd met someone else and gone off with him while you were still paying it back?
I guess I just hoped you wouldn't do that. I was hoping that our relationship was strong enough that you could be patient with me.
My God, I can't believe this. Are you being serious right now?
I trusted you, babe. I knew you wouldn't leave me.
No, that isn't trust. You thought you already had me trapped and that I was too slow to escape being stuck with you.
Do you really have no self-awareness? You are slow. You've always been.
Do you think I'm a tortoise or something? Why would you say that?
It doesn't matter. Now, are we getting married or not?
Well, what about your family and your dad's debts?
Don't worry about it. Just trust me. Everything will be fine. None of that will be your problem. In the next 5 years, I promise I'll buy you a huge apartment for us to live in together. It'll be an investment. I'll never give you a hard time if you do something wrong either. You can just live a life with no stress or worries.
Do you really think I'm the sort of person who would just trust you blindly with my entire future? Have you met me? I make good money too. I have a great job. I earn a lot more than most of my friends, you know.
I know that, but it's the man's duty to be the breadwinner in his family. It's just how things should be. Can you hold on for 5 years until I can buy us a place?
I want a house though. An apartment isn't good enough.
I know you want a house, but we can't just afford one anywhere near the city. It's too expensive to be able to commute into work. I don't have enough for a deposit on a huge house in the suburbs. I'm sorry. I just can't afford that right now.
Well then, maybe you should get over your pride and let me help you like we've been helping your father. Let's find an apartment and move in together. I have about $180,000 I can put towards it. I'm sure that will be more than enough for my share.
Babe, I had no idea you had that kind of money. Have you saved that up all on your own?
Well, of course. I graduated from college when I was 20 and I've been working ever since. I've been putting money aside every month ever since. Why are you surprised that I've saved up so much? I'm sure my parents will want to buy some nice gifts for your family too, so let's leave them to take care of that.
Why are you saying it like that? This isn't just some kind of transaction.
Of course they'll want to do that. They're old, but they'll want to keep up traditions. They had full-on dowries back when they got married. Anyway, basically, I would just really appreciate it if you could buy some nice presents and things for his parents. Goodness me, look at you go. I'm so excited to see you finally getting married. It's been such a long wait. You seem very determined for this to happen. I'm not kidding around here. I've waited so long for this. I'm not letting anything go wrong now. I know, sweetie. Don't worry about it. You didn't even need to say anything. You know we would want to buy some things for his family. It's how we were raised.
I never thought I would see this day come. I always assumed we were going to be teasing you about not being married until someone died. The two of you had been together for so long, but no sign of a ring. I'm glad it's finally working out for you, honey. I'm just glad to see you settled and happy.
I know, Dad, but trust me, Adam is so kind and honest. He's just such a genuinely good person. I can't believe he's been helping his father to pay off his debts all this time. That must have been really tough. It's so sweet that he wanted to have all of that sorted and in the past before he decided to marry you. He clearly only wants the best for you. I know, Mom, the whole time we've been dating, he never once mentioned it, or looked at any other girls, or said anything mean or unkind.
A man like that will be a good and faithful husband for the rest of his life. I can tell from hearing about his character. I'm a man. I know what other men are like, and he seems to be a good one.
There is one thing on my mind, though. What's wrong, Mom? I'm just thinking about what he's been doing for his parents. Aren't you concerned that they could be relying on him too much? You don't want to become responsible for his parents, too. It's not a good dynamic to have. It just doesn't work. No, don't worry, Mom. His parents work for a distribution company now. They can support themselves just fine. A friend of mine works at the same company, and she mentioned that she had bumped into them there. His dad does some kind of maintenance stuff. They can take care of themselves. Okay, so you're sure that they won't try and use you and Adam. I want you to be independent, you know. That's why Adam feels comfortable getting married now, because he knows his dad can manage on his own.
Hey, sweetie.
Yes, Dad?
I've been saving some money for when you eventually got married, and I want you to have it now. I have about $300,000 set aside for you on your wedding day. Go and buy a house for you and Adam, okay? I don't want you to be worrying about house payments and deposits when you should be enjoying married life.
Are you serious, honey?
Are you really gonna talk nonsense like that when I keep paying for us to go out for expensive meals at fancy restaurants? Could you give me back the money I gave you last month too? I want to be able to give them as much as possible to get started in their new life.
Oh, absolutely. Of course, we need to do everything we can for them. Eventually, they'll give us a grandchild, but right now the most pressing problem is where they're gonna live. Are you gonna keep working after the wedding, Kate? Of course I am. I love my job. I know that. And why would you quit when you have a great job that pays you such a good salary? You're a model employee. It's clear the company really values you. It's important for women to be financially independent, too. You never know what might go wrong these days, and you can't afford to get caught out. Your husband's family might want you to stay working, too, so they know you're just not marrying for money.
Have I ever said anything to you about resenting the fact that you didn't work? Where is this all coming from? Why are you scaring poor Katie with all these big, scary issues?
I mean, you never explicitly said anything, but I could tell. Besides, it's just being smart to still have your own income.
Well, anyway, Kate, I don't want you to tell your new in-laws that we did this for you guys, okay?
You mean keep it a secret?
That's right. By all means, tell Adam about it. I don't mind the two of you talking about it. I don't want his parents to feel like they owe us, since their son has already had to do so much for them. I don't want them to think they're a burden. I heard they barely even have managed to pay off all their debts anyway.
Okay, Dad, I won't say anything to them. Our son has told us how smart and beautiful you were, and I can see now that he wasn't lying. You have such big eyes. They're very expressive.
Apologies for my wife staring. She's always been so curious. Give the poor girl a break, sweetheart.
I just can't believe it. This is all so strange. So, our son was telling us that you work in games or something? The kind that recluse, middle-aged men play until the early hours of the morning? You're the one who makes those games? You work for one of those companies? Yes, ma'am. Goodness me. You must be very clever. I'm sure that involves so much coding and figuring things out. You'd be surprised. There are lots of people who make their own games these days. It's a very popular industry, actually. Well, Adam told us that you work for a very famous company and that it's a pretty big organization. Apparently you're one of their top employees, too, and you get given all the best projects. I'm sure they only take the very best of the best to work for them. You must be very good at what you do, that's for sure. Oh, you're being too kind. I'm really not at that level yet, trust me. There are some very impressive game developers at my company, though, and I do get to work with them sometimes. You know, I was so surprised when Adam was telling me about what you do. I feel like you never really hear about women that work in online gaming and stuff like that. It's always just the men.
It's a really competitive industry, though, so it's a fight to get to the top. If someone came along who could do a better job than Kate at what she does, well, that wouldn't be a good thing. The company only values you for what you can do, so Kate would get dumped straight away for someone better. I guess it's just a unique stress with that kind of job, though.
Why would you even suggest that someone else could come in and do a better job than her? There's no need to be talking about her being let go. That's just a useless thing to say.
Now, honey, no need to get upset. I'm sure that's not what he meant.
Oh my god, I totally forgot that I'm roasting a ham in the kitchen. I just smelt it.
We're here to meet our future daughter-in-law. Let's just focus on that for now, okay?
Well, I can't just leave it there boiling away forever, you know. It'll be ruined if I leave it for much longer.
Well then, you'd better go and sort it out.
I'll come with you, Jane. Are you sure? You don't have to do that. Of course. The smell of the pork burning is really pretty bad, though. You're right, it does stink. It's worth it, though, because it tastes so good. Do you never make these kinds of things for yourself? Well, I always get home from work pretty late, so I never really have time to practice any fancy recipes. Well then, how are you going to manage if you don't know any recipes? Although I suppose that's a bit old-fashioned of me. There's no need for women to do everything around the house these days. These are fairer times. Especially since you earn so much money at your job, why should you do all the housework too? Let me take that for you. I'm sure it's heavy. Ah, oh my goodness, look at you. I'm sorry? What's wrong? You're moving it so slowly. Can't you go any faster? Oh, yes. You know, my nickname when I was growing up was Tortoise. I used to get teased about it all the time. I guess I just do things a bit slower than most people. I know that I talk pretty slowly, too. My grandma used to shout at me and tell me off every day for taking too long to do simple things. I always felt like a weirdo. All my friends will laugh at me for it, too. I hope you don't feel disappointed that I'm not as speedy as other girls. It's okay, don't worry about it. There's no need to rush yourself at the end of the day, just go at your own pace. I'm sure our family will just keep telling you how cute you are. It's sweet to see you being so careful and deliberate with everything. Anyway, let's just wash our hands and go through to eat. I'm starving. Yes, ma'am. Well then, what do we do now? Surely you have some kind of a plan?
Sorry, babe.
Why are you saying that you're sorry? Shouldn't you be telling me what we're going to do now instead of just mumbling an apology?
I mean, I think we're gonna have to make some cutbacks in our lives, that's all.
Oh my god.
It's just for a little while, I promise. It will only be while my dad is starting over. It's not a permanent thing.
I guess all you can say is that we're in trouble? You won't even say what your plan is to get us out of trouble?
I'm gonna work harder, I swear.
No matter how many incentives the company gave him to move on, he just wouldn't do it. Still, I suppose there's something to be said for sticking to one career.
I'm sorry, baby. I'm only thinking of it this way because I know you have a good job and a great salary coming in every month. Nothing is decided, of course. It will only be possible if you agree to go ahead with things. I was waiting for you to say that you're happy with it.
Man, I never thought things were going to turn out like this. What has happened to my life?
No one could have predicted that the whole country would basically be turned upside down by COVID. It's like something out of a movie. It was totally unimaginable. My dad's company isn't the only one that's ended up going bust. There are tons of industries that have been affected.
Well then, how much help are you expecting me to give you? Is there a set amount that you need from me every month, or shall we just see how we go?
Well, I don't know about anything else, but obviously we have some bills and expenses that are just part of the cost of living. I mean, their utility bills and insurance are the main things, so I think we should cover those at least.
Just tell me how much it is, come on.
It's about $300 a month for both of them, I think.
And how long are you expecting me to pay your parents' bills for? Surely there's an end date for this.
I'm gonna do my best to help them. I hope it won't be for long.
I already know that you're doing your best. You've always worked hard from the moment we met. I knew you were a very determined person and you never slacked off. I don't see how you're going to do any more than you already do now. That's the problem. Are you going to clone yourself so you can do twice as much in a day?
Well, I worked part-time in a publishing house for a while when I was in college, you know? Did I ever tell you about that?
Huh? Like the college printing group or something? Were you doing the yearbooks and leaflets and stuff?
Exactly, yeah. All the information about classes and clubs and stuff came from the publishing house I worked at. I'm sure I could speak to the guys I used to work with and tell them about what's happened.
So that's your plan. You're going to get home from your day job and go straight to work at your old college job?
For now, that seems like the best plan of action.
Well then, what's your dad going to do? It's him that's lost his job. Surely he should be figuring something out.
He's been having problems with his liver for a while now, and it seems to have been getting worse. I think he's going to use his time now to start exercising and really try to get himself into shape. Hopefully, it could help him get healthier. You remember he used to do sports when he was younger, so he knows what he's doing.
Do you mean he's thinking of starting some kind of exercise company? Do you really want to get involved with that after everything that's happened?
I'm sure he could do it.
Please tell me you're not laughing about this whole mess.
I'm just not worried, that's all. I was talking to my dad about things the other day. He said that his old boss at the distribution company told him to just work hard for the next few months and kill some time. Apparently, things will be starting up again in no time, and then he'll be back on track. There is this one thing, though.
What now?
My dad said something about starting a business. I don't know. I mean, I'm relieved that he's excited about something, but still. God, I can't believe that he would decide to take such a huge risk in the middle of this. Seriously. I was wondering if maybe you would want to invest in the company.
Oh my god, I can't believe you would say that. Do you really think that's appropriate right now?
Why? I think it could be a really good idea.
Fine. First, just give me some time before I think about everything. If your dad mentions anything about starting another business, you have to keep your mouth shut, okay? Just pretend you have absolutely no idea what he's talking about and act like you've never heard about it before.
Even if you hadn't said you would give him some money towards it, I think he would try anyway. If he fails again and loses your money, I swear I'll cut them off completely.
Really? Well then, you had better promise me that in writing. Here, use this paper to write everything down. Just write it by hand. It doesn't need to be all typed and printed. If you break this promise, I am going to file for a divorce. Do you understand how serious I am about this?
I know, I understand. Here, I've written everything down and signed it. Are you happy? Please, just cover their bills for a while in exchange, okay? This is all I'm gonna ask you to do for them.
Okay, I can do that. Your parents have worked hard to raise you to the man you are today. The least I can do is help with their bills for a little bit, so I'll do it. Like you said, I have a good job, so it's not too much of an issue for me. I will only do it for a maximum of 2 years, though. No longer than that. Write that down, too, as one of my conditions. I want it to be recorded there with everything else.
Got it. I'll add that now.
If it goes over 2 years, I'm divorcing you straight away, too. I am not kidding. I swear I'll do it.
I know, babe. Thank you, honey. Really, thank you. If you can just give my mom $300, she can stay put for now and won't have to try and find a job. I'm sure she can help with cooking things for us in exchange, since we don't really have time after work.
I don't pay her anything now, and she's still very generous about bringing food over every so often. That's why I feel comfortable helping them out. I know that they've been there for us in the past, so this feels like a fair trade.
You are honestly the kindest and most wonderful person ever. Come here, honey.
What are you doing? Someone could come along and see us. What will you do then?
You're so beautiful. I can't believe you're really my wife, you know?
Don't do anything inappropriate. I don't want anyone to think we're doing something bad. Hey Jane, what's up? Hi Kate, are you busy? Did you have lunch yet? Of course, my lunch break ends at 1. I'm all done. I always think it must be great to work in an office, you know. You get to eat on time every day and you can make a healthy routine. It's good for your stomach and digestion, you know. The doctors say you should try to keep your diet consistent. Yes, I heard that too. Anyway, I'm just calling because I spoke to Adam a few moments ago and he mentioned something to me. When you finish work today, you should come by our place instead of heading straight home, okay? Let's talk in person. How come? Is something wrong? Well, yesterday I went to visit the old lady who lives next door to us, and she had tons of fresh produce lying around. Apparently she'd been to visit her family's farm and had picked a bunch of sweet potatoes and veggies to bring home. She said she's got too much to eat all by herself, so she wants to share them out with people. Oh, really? That sounds amazing. I remembered that you loved sweet potatoes. Remember the sweet potato fries I made that time? You wouldn't stop going on about them. I have a few little boxes of things that I froze for you and Adam to have, too, so you can pick those up at the same time. You seem to really enjoy the things I cooked for you last time, after all. Thank you so much, Jane. That's really thoughtful of you. I just love knowing that you guys are eating well after a long day at work. It's so fulfilling. I've been boxing some things up since yesterday, like meal prep for you two. Shall I get Adam to pick them up? Would that be easier? I wonder if I've made too much. Maybe you won't be able to eat it all and it will just go to waste. Jane, don't worry about that. You can just give them to me. Don't worry, I'm sure I can fit it in the front seat to drive home. You know how much I love your cooking. I could never throw any of it out. It will be gone in a few days, I'm sure. Okay, that's good. Does your mom cook often? I hope you're not just being polite when you really prefer her food. No, not at all. I've always loved her cooking, obviously, but she doesn't send us meals anymore now that I'm grown up. Okay, that's good. To be honest, I would still want to give you something to help out, even if she did. Do you know what to do with the sweet potatoes? Do you have any recipes that you could use them for? To be honest, I quite like to just bake them and have them with some butter and seasonings. I'm sure you could figure out how to do that, couldn't you? You're a smart girl, after all. Would you mind telling me a quick recipe? I can write it down as you talk. I just want to make sure I don't waste them. Sure thing. I'll tell you how to make a sweet potato hash. It's really easy, don't worry. First, you want to boil your potatoes until they're a bit soft. You can chop up some onions at the same time. Just dice them into small pieces. Honestly, the whole recipe is up to you. Add whatever other veggies you want that you think would go well. Or maybe some sausage or meat of some kind. Just stick everything in a big pan and fry it up with some seasonings and stuff. I normally use garlic and whatever herbs I have lying around. If it starts to stick to the pan, just add a little bit of water and it should just be fine. You can usually tell when everything is finished cooking. Just look for the color to go a bit more brown, then it should be good. It's a very flexible recipe, though. It's great for using up whatever you have left in the bottom of the fridge. That sounds great. Thank you, Jane. Sometimes I like to add some chili flakes to give it a little bit of a kick. It's a great addition. Okay, I'll give that a go, too. Goodness me, I'm chatting your ear off. I'm sure you have to get back to work, don't you? Anyway, just let me know if you need me to remind you of any of the steps. I don't mind. There's no need to go out and buy any ingredients, especially for the recipe. Like I said, you can just use whatever you have. That's awesome. Thank you so much for your help. I guess she decided to just tell me all this over the phone so I wouldn't have to sit around at her house after work. That is so thoughtful of her. I've never realized a mother-in-law could have that kind of common sense. I hope you don't think I'm bragging or trying to make you feel bad, but there really is quite a lot of food for you to take later. I'm sure you're very tired when you get home from the office every day, so make sure you're eating plenty and keeping your energy up, okay? There's lots of nutrients and protein in everything, don't worry. Thank you so much, Jane. That's really kind of you. You know, a few of my friends were talking to me about their daughters-in-law recently. Apparently one of them found out that she was throwing away all the food my friend was giving her and none of it was getting eaten. I'm just happy that you and Adam seem to enjoy my cooking. It's lovely to feel appreciated. I'm glad I can help the two of you out too. It gives me some strength and confidence to feel needed. Well, of course I'm going to be happy and grateful if someone offers to help me with the cooking. You know, I've never really been the best at cooking and stuff. My little tortoise. I often think about how slowly you moved that big pan. It still makes me laugh. I'm glad you just thought it was funny. This girl is basically paying me $300 a month to cover my bills. If she decided she didn't want to do that anymore, we would be screwed. There's no way my son can earn enough, no matter how hard he works. Imagine if she told us she was going to stop paying. What would me and Will be able to do about it?
Hang on a second, Mom. I can come and open it for you. Hey, babe, my mom just got here.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure she's full now, babe. You don't have to keep going. It's okay to stop once she's not hungry anymore.
Okay, fine.
Hi, Adam. I brought some more food for you. This all needs to go in the fridge. I bought the casserole, too, to help Kate with her recovery. It's full of good nutrients and protein for her and the baby.
Thank you, Mom. To be honest, I think Kate is getting a bit bored of the casserole. It's getting to the point where she's just bored even looking at it. We have so much.
What are you talking about? How can you be bored of it? This is really important. She needs to be eating a balanced diet. I only make it about once a month. I don't think that's excessive. How can she be bored of someone bringing her food all the time so she doesn't have to cook? What could possibly be better than that for a new mom? It saves her so much time every day not to have to cook from scratch. What is going on? Are you breastfeeding again?
Yeah, she doesn't seem to like the formula we've been giving her. It's like she's decided she won't eat it. We tried a few different brands and bottles, but in the end there was nothing we could do, so we're back to breastfeeding.
You couldn't have thought of some other way to fix it?
What do you mean, Jane? What's the problem?
You should be trying to wean her off the milk so that you stop producing. You have to get back to work eventually, remember? How will you do that if you still need to breastfeed? You've just been sitting around at home for more than 3 months now. It's been long enough.
What the hell?
I already told you that I can watch her during the day, and you can just take her back at night when you get back from the office. You have to get back to work before you forget how to do your job. You can go to work during the week and then just see her on evenings and weekends. It's free childcare. Why would you not want that?
Well, Jane, I want to raise her myself. I don't like the idea of handing her over to someone else when I could be taking care of her at home. I want to be there for her, like a real present mother, I've realized.
What did you just say?
I said that I want to take care of her by myself without asking anyone else for help.
Oh, come on now, be reasonable with me. I can understand why you would feel that way. Really, I do. I've had kids of my own. I know the feeling of wanting to be with them all the time. I'm getting older now, so I know how precious the time is. Of course, she's such a beautiful little girl, too, but it just makes sense to do things this way, don't you see? You can't just keep spending all this money on baby things and new toys if you're not going to go back to work. Even if the company has given you all this paid time off after giving birth so you can be with your baby, it won't last forever. Babies need things, and things cost money. Once things start getting tight financially, life gets scary and stressful.
Don't worry about that, Jane. I already left my old job.
What the hell? You can't be serious.
I don't know why you're so surprised, Mom. This was gonna happen eventually. Keep your voice down too. You'll scare the baby.
This has got to be a joke. You had a great job at a big company that was paying you a lot of money. You're really going to quit so you can just do unpaid childcare all day? Are you crazy? You've lost your mind. I swear, how could you think this was a smart decision?
No, I should have been clearer. I haven't quit the company. I just work from home now. It's way more convenient while she's still so young.
You work at home? How does that work? Do you just have a desk here now?
Yes, exactly.
Well, is your salary the same even though you don't go into the office anymore?
No, I don't think it's quite the same.
I suppose there's no reason for them to pay you the same if you changed how you do the job. Man, you really haven't put any thought into this at all, have you? You should be waking up in the early morning, jumping in the shower, and heading to work as normal. Why would you jeopardize your whole career? If you knew your salary would be affected, why would you even mention working from home? I told you I would watch the baby while you were at work. This is completely unnecessary.
Well, like I said, it was more important to me to be at home so I could raise our little girl myself.
You know, Mom, there's a new developer who had been approaching her at her old company for a little while. He recruited some top people in the field recently.
Okay, so you're working at home because you got pushed out of your company? Is that it? You weren't good enough at your job?
No, nothing like that. I told you I left my old job on purpose.
Well then, what are you talking about? Are you not really working at home? You just hang around all day doing nothing?
No, of course not. Jane, another company decided to give me some work, so I just switched companies.
So, what does that mean? Didn't you just say the pay was worse than your old job, though?
Yes, it's not as good.
What the hell? Look in the news, turn on the TV. If your salary goes down, you've been demoted. That's all there is to it.
Jean, I don't think you need to be like that.
Why are you even getting involved, Mom? This is to do with our family, and at the end of the day, it's a personal decision that Kate gets to make for herself. Your opinion isn't going to affect anything. Besides, I'm still working too. We both bring in some money. It's a team effort.
Remember, though, it's not just your family that you have to think about. You're paying our bills every month, too. What about that?
There isn't going to be any problem with that. Don't worry. I told you it isn't going to make a big difference for us whether Kate works at home or not. Either way, she's still earning enough money to cover everything we need to pay for. So, what's the problem? Even if she lost her job or quit paid work completely, we would still be just fine. At the end of the day, I'm the breadwinner for our family. For as long as the baby is growing up and dependent on us, I'll keep going to work and supporting my family.
Why should you have to earn all the money on your own? You're partners. You live together. You should both be going out and working.
Well, it's like I just said, Jane. I'll still be earning money too. I just work from home now. Adam isn't having to pay for everything on his own. It's not like that.
Don't make me laugh. You're not doing any work at home. You're just messing around. Why do you think you're going to get paid for that?
Jane, as far as I know, your husband was the only one that worked after you gave birth. Adam told me that you left your job straight away to raise him. I've heard you never earned a single cent in your life because you were at home doing the housework all day.
Do you really think my situation is the same as yours now? That was long ago. Things have changed. Besides, you're making it sound like I was being lazy. Never earned a single cent. I was a housekeeper and mother. I was raising my 2 young children. Well, I know my youngest moved abroad, so it's kind of like he wasn't really here much, but I still had 2 children to think about.
Well, I'm going to be doing the exact same things that you did when you had your children. I'll be cooking and cleaning and taking care of our little one. I'm not just wasting time sitting around, you realize.
When did I say you were wasting time? Is this really your answer to my question? What are you going to do if your husband is trying to earn enough money for us all by himself? It just isn't possible. Stop putting words in my mouth. I never said anything like that.
Well, you really implied it. You were asking me what I would do all day if I wasn't at work, as though there was nothing better for me to do.
When did I say that?
I certainly felt like that was what you said, or at least what you meant. Even if you tried to deny it, that's how your words made me feel. It's like you think I'm just lazy. You know that people can sometimes interpret things differently to how you intended? It's all about the nuance of your words and how people just interpret them.
Oh, don't try telling me about nuance. You're just lying to me.
How can you be so judgmental of women who decide to stay home and run the house anyway? That's what you decided to do after all. It doesn't seem very fair to resent other women who choose to do the same thing. Please, have a little bit of compassion.
Wow, so Adam is gonna be the only one working outside the house from now on?
I can't believe it. I just got a rush of anger when they told me. Why should our son be the only one supporting them? Does she think he's just a money-making machine? Of course, they're paying our bills at the moment, too. What will they do about that? How does she expect him to pay for his wife and new baby on top of that if she isn't also earning a good salary? I guess paying for the house after their wedding went to her head and she thought she earned the right to do whatever she wanted. This is all your fault, you realize that.
Why would you bring me into this? I didn't force her to make this decision. Besides, he'd been doing the housework in the past since he earned so much. It's only fair that she gets to stay at home a bit more now. Think about how much she did for us after they got married, and she is still doing it now. She gave us so many lovely presents, and she's been helping with the bills for over a year now. I think she's earned some time away from the office.
Of course he bought us presents. That's just how things are done around here. It's a sign of your respect and gratitude to your new in-laws.
Well, it's also pretty standard that the husband is usually the breadwinner in most households, remember? We typically have higher salaries, thanks to the wage gap. You need to be realistic here and look at the facts of the situation. Sure, our son makes a lot of money, but their house must cost over $800,000. It's huge and right in the middle of the city. Do you really think Adam paid for it all on his own? Of course not. He could have never afforded it. He had already given me a load of money to help with my debts. He never had enough left over to pay for all of that. I don't care how much our son earns or how successful you think he is. Kate was clearly the one who funded them getting their own place.
Well, I'm sure I don't know anything about any of that. Oh, my poor son. When are you going to find a new job anyway? Why don't you feel sorry for your son, having to support his own family and us too? You've been sitting around for a year and a half already. Pull yourself together.
Don't go around feeling sorry for yourself or your kid like this. It's not helpful or productive.
What did you just say to me? That was so rude.
I'm serious, it is not helpful. We've been sitting here taking money from them every month just like his family will do now. It's not mature to expect to receive money for nothing, but that's exactly what you're doing. This is humiliating to be sitting here fretting about our son not being able to pay our bills for us. God, I'm so embarrassed about this whole situation.
Well then, when are you going back to work? This is why I'm asking, so that we can pay for our own things again. Just answer me. Stop avoiding the question.
I've already decided that I'm going to go back to work again. It should be nice to see everyone and catch up, as well as earning some money for us.
You're going back to the same company as before?
Yep, that's right.
Oh my goodness, I feel like I can finally breathe again. I hated living on Adam's money. It just didn't feel right. We're adults. We shouldn't need our son to earn money for us. It was always my job to keep the kids fed and happy, of course. I felt like I could still keep my chin up and be confident knowing I was cooking for my son and his family. I could feel them looking down at me when I took it over to their house, though, and I didn't like it.
What do you mean? Why were they looking at you?
I could just tell that they felt sorry for me since they were having to send us money every month. I felt like a charity case even when I was bringing them something in return.
I'm sure that was just in your head, sweetheart.
Hey Jane, what's up?
Hey Kate, are you busy?
A little bit, yes. What's up?
Oh, come on now. How can you be busy? You're just at home, aren't you? You're not doing real work at the end of the day.
Well, straight out of the box. No beating around the bush today, I guess.
Well, no matter how busy you are, I'm going to need you to make some time to do something with me today and tomorrow, okay? I'm sure you can manage that.
Well, what job do you need help with?
You remember I said I was going to clean out the garage. I need you to help me moving all the boxes and things out of the way.
Jean, it's freezing cold out. It's like 15 degrees out today. There's no way we could do that in this weather. It's supposed to stay cold tomorrow and the day after that, too. There is a freezing warning out for our area.
What's wrong with a bit of cold weather? You'll be in the garage most of the time anyway. Just get over yourself.
No, but Jane, a garage isn't insulated. It wouldn't be warm in there. We would be freezing and just get sick.
I'm talking about your place, not mine.
What?
I saw what a mess it is when I came over last time, so I bought a bunch of crates and shelves so we can sort it out. I can bring them over now so we can get started. It's going to take a while. We have to move everything and repack it all.
Do you really have to come over and do all of that? Like I said, I'm pretty busy with work and the baby. Why wouldn't you ask if this was convenient for me, instead of assuming I wouldn't mind and I would make time?
Well, are you really that busy?
Yes, I have a design I need to finish for work.
You're not even a game developer anymore. How long can that possibly take? Surely it was way easier to make a quick website for some random company.
Even if it is easy, you said it yourself. It's important to be earning the money you're spending. So I have to get this finished. If I wasn't earning any money, you would be even more disappointed in me. I imagine this project will take me until tomorrow evening. Unless there's some kind of miracle, I am not going to have time to clear out and reorganize the entire garage.
Why do you sound so proud of yourself for rejecting an offer of help? Do you really think you're that incredible that people will do everything for you?
That's not what I meant. I didn't mean to make it sound like I expected you to do it for me. I was just trying to emphasize how important this deadline is. It's a big project, and I need to get it done. I'm sure you remember from when you were raising your kids and doing all the cooking and cleaning. It doesn't matter if something is a big job or a small job. If you don't have the time, it just isn't going to happen. It's hard enough keeping on top of all the childcare, let alone having a paid job as well. Everyone's situation is different, but this is what I need to do right now for my family and myself. Deadlines are always going to be important to me because meeting them is how I can afford to buy food for my husband and my baby.
Well then, I'll just start moving everything out onto the driveway by myself, I guess. Clearly, you're not going to help me if you have to have this website all finished by tomorrow. I can just make a start on things by myself, and then you can join me when you're done. Like I said, I've ordered some shelves to store everything on, and they should be delivered to your place soon. Just keep an eye out for them, since you'll be at home all day anyway.
Jane, why haven't you asked me my opinion on any of this? What if I hadn't been able to receive the shelves when they were delivered?
Oh, come on. You're at home every single day of the year. Why should I ask you about that? Besides, are you really going to tell me you don't want a nice, tidy garage with everything neatly stored away? I've spent so long bringing you homemade food to help you manage everything. You should just be thanking me for organizing everything for you so you didn't have to think about it.
Okay, Jane, you're right. Thank you for all of your help. Maybe your husband could watch the little one while we're busy. I don't want her being all alone in the house when we're out in the yard all day. Do you think he would mind?
Do you think Will just sits around all day at home? Don't be ridiculous. He doesn't have the time to take care of your child as well.
What are you talking about?
He's back at work now. He started going back into the office yesterday.
Oh, really? I hadn't heard. Is it the same company he worked at before the pandemic?
Yes, that's right. So there's no need for you to keep sending all that money to us every month from now on.
Jane, we've been giving you money every month for a year and a half. Why are you acting like I've done something wrong? We were trying to help you out. Have I upset you somehow? Why are you so angry all of a sudden?
Where did I say I was angry? Stop assuming things based on nothing. I just said you don't need to give us money anymore. We don't need it from now on. Well, it's not like it was you paying us anyway. It was all Adam's money. I never took any money from you. I know that. It's not like it was even very much money either. Only a few $100s once a month. Besides, I was bringing you food all the time, so I probably already paid it back. We were supporting you, too.
Jane, did I ever ask you to make me food? Did I ever say that I needed you to come over with a huge tub of leftovers?
What do you mean? Of course no one asked me to do it. It would have been very rude.
Well then, why are you saying that like I was expecting it from you?
I'm just saying that I was paying you back so we don't owe you anything for the money Adam has been giving us.
You've been very generous to us, Jane, and me and Adam both appreciate what you've done. Don't go making it sound like you saved us from a burning building, though. You were cooking anyway. You just brought us the extras. Please, just stop saying weird things. That's all I want from you.
What did you say to me?
You said we weren't giving you much money, making it seem like it was no big deal to us. You did an amazing job raising your son, and you've been wonderful to me too since we joined your family. We gave you the money because we wanted to pay you back for what you did for Adam and for me.
Well, look at this. I guess all I get for the work I did is a few measly words of thanks. So much for give and take. She's even slow saying thank you. She really does deserve the nickname of Tortoise. She's a very straightforward young woman. My goodness. There you are, sweetie. How was your day?
Fine, I guess. I'm starving. Can you make some dinner for me?
How come you're back so early? You haven't been fired again, have you? Please, tell me you didn't lose your job.
What are you talking about? Do you really think that I'm unlucky? Or do you think that I'm just bad at my job? It's not like I was let go for something specific. It was just because of the pandemic.
No, that's not what I meant at all. I was worried since it wouldn't be the first time you were fired out of the blue, you know?
I had to swing by this way to look into something, and then I managed to get off work early once I finished. I didn't get fired again. Where have you been today? Did you go out?
I just had to go over to Adam's place for a little bit. Nothing major. What were you doing around here for work, though? I didn't think there was anything here for you to do.
You don't know anything about my job. Why would you even bother asking me that? What is up with you these days anyway?
What do you mean?
You're always over at their place. I feel like you're more there than you are at home recently.
Well, our son hasn't exactly changed with time. He goes out early every morning to get to work on time, and then he gets home so late in the evening and never gets any free time. He's working so hard, and I know it's tough on him. Meanwhile, his wife is at home for 365 days of the year. I can't stand watching her lazing around and doing nothing while he's working his butt off for their family.
So that's why you go over there for lunch every day?
Well, it's as good an excuse as any to see my granddaughter, too. You try spending the whole day alone at home. It must be so boring to have nothing to do. I go over to give her some company and entertainment. I want to interrupt Kate just lying around and force her to do something, since someone is there to watch.
I think you're being very mean to the poor girl. Raising a kid is hardly a walk in the park, you know that?
Of course I do. My mother-in-law helped me raise my 2 kids as well when they were still growing up.
So you're scaring her into doing more work? Is that what this is?
Of course, that must be Jane. I bet she's here because I was wondering how come she wasn't coming over today. Hi there, Jane. How are you? You're later than usual today.
Why do I feel like you're being sarcastic? I don't have to come over, you know, if you secretly want me to go away.
I'm not being sarcastic. I was just checking. Usually you get here earlier than this. I was just surprised.
I heard a piece of news recently.
What news is that?
Adam just called me. Is it true that you're pregnant again?
Yes, I am.
Goodness me, you must be a very fertile young woman.
I'm sorry?
Well, it won't be long until you're turning 40. Normally, women can't have any more children by your age, but you don't seem to be having any issues. Were you trying to get pregnant again, or was this one an accident? Don't you think it will be difficult to take care of 2 young kids? My little princess is walking these days. You had better have some decent stamina to keep up with them.
Yes, I know. I've actually been looking into daycares for her, so I had a bit more time to focus on the new baby when it arrives.
You're sending her to daycare already? She's much too young for that.
There is a great daycare around the corner that's specifically for children aged 1 to 3 years, so she would be with similar aged kids. It's run by another mom, actually, who opened up her own nursery when her kids grew up.
So you're just going to leave the poor little thing there on her own? Are the 2 of you even making enough money to pay for that? It's not cheap, you know.
I was a bit worried, but then I saw how happy she was playing with the other children there. She'll be perfectly happy, I'm sure.
God, I really can't believe this. You spent all day at home and now you're sending your daughter off to daycare just because you're going to have another baby. It's cruel. Is it really that difficult to care for your own children? It's not like you have anything better to do.
Jane, I'm only a few weeks pregnant. This is a plan for down the line when the baby is born, not right now.
I managed to raise 2 kids. How come you can't even handle one? It's your job as their mother.
Jean, I obviously love my kids and want the best for them. You don't have the right to be judgmental about my parenting style, though. They're my responsibility.
Why is it so difficult for you to do the bare minimum, though? It's easy to manage them when they're small.
Remember that you've raised 2 kids yourself, Jane, like you said. Imagine carrying a baby, playing with your first kid, and still trying to find time to cook 3 meals a day. It's tough to balance everything.
Is it really such a big deal to make time to eat? I even cooked for my mother-in-law too, not just our immediate family.
Jane, you have to remember that your mother-in-law was helping you with the cooking. You told me she would bring you lunch every day.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, she came once a day and brought me lunch I could eat.
I have to do all the childcare plus having my career. Have you ever tried to balance work and caring for your children? It's tough. There just aren't enough hours in the day. Have you ever tried to earn the money that feeds your family?
You keep going on about how much you work. It's like you're running some kind of campaign. Sure, you're right about that. How much do you earn every month for your job at home?
To be honest, it isn't even about how much I earn from that job. When we were giving you and Will $300 a month, that was about the same amount of interest as we were earning from our savings accounts.
What did you say?
You keep talking about how I work from home, and it's obvious that you're looking down on me for not going into an office every day. There is no reason for you to be saying those kinds of things to me when I'm earning as much as I do. This is a real job, and I'm providing for my daughter and my husband. All you needed to know was that I was working and that I was continuing to send you money every month. You don't need to be so judgmental.
You weren't the one sending us money. Adam was paying our bills. Besides, I'm sure that if you were to give us the same amount of money every month now, you would go broke within a few months.
I am telling you that we could only give you that money because I was earning enough to cover all of our own expenses.
Shame on you. Your husband is earning money on his own. Don't kid yourself into thinking you're making a difference. Don't you think that you should at least try to make things easier for him, even if you insist on staying home all day? Now look at you, planning on sending your daughter off to nursery school once you give birth to your second child. That's just another added expense. Surely you want to pay for it yourself and take that burden off of Adam's shoulders. How do you expect him to earn enough to cover that?
I don't feel comfortable leaving my daughter completely alone. I want her to have company and other moms around. She's basically just going there to play with her friends for 4 hours a day. That way, while she's gone, I can put the baby down for a nap and prepare lots of food that we can freeze and have it ready whenever we need it. Isn't that enough for you? Besides, I spend so much time working away at my laptop when I'm not cooking or cleaning or caring for my children. Then, when my eldest gets back from nursery, I have to go into mom mode again and bathe her, feed her, put her down to sleep. Surely you know all of this, right? You've had kids of your own, as you keep reminding me.
I just managed, and I got by on my own. I felt so sorry for my husband since I knew how hard he was working, so I took care of the kids on my own. I never asked him to take over when he got home from work either. Neither of my kids went to nursery school. I raised them by myself.
You know, you really are shameless, Jane.
What? How dare you?
You talk about doing everything by yourself, but then you expect your husband and your son to pay for everything. Your son felt so bad that I wanted to quit, but you were asking for more money. He had to go and get a part-time job back at his old college publishing hour. Did you know that? Meanwhile, you and your husband were off enjoying a life of leisure while Adam worked 2 jobs. Now you're coming to me and saying that I'm the one who's been making your son's life difficult? That's not all either, is it? Even before we got married, Adam told me about how he had been paying off your husband's massive debts. Apparently your husband managed to lose 3 jobs, one after the other. And what were you doing while your son was struggling to pick up the slack?
I raised him from birth. That's what I did. Is that not enough? If he had ever gotten into debt, then of course we would have helped him to pay it back too. Family is a team effort. If someone has a problem, then everyone does their bit to make it go away.
Sure. So that's how you justified him paying off your debts, I guess. He spent years struggling under the weight of it all and never once complained about having to do it alone. I suppose you didn't know that my parents put a huge chunk of money towards our house so we could afford it, did you? Adam couldn't pay for half, since he had used all his money paying off his parents' debts. My mom and dad saw how hard he was working for his family and wanted to do something for him to make his life easier, since neither of his own parents did. What have you done for your son?
What is she talking about? That can't be true, surely. Really? Did they buy the house with money from Adam's in-laws? I should have kept my mouth shut. Now I've backed myself into a corner talking about give and take when I haven't really given anything. Kate, why haven't you finished preparing all the potatoes like I asked you to?
Sorry, Jane, it shouldn't be much longer. It's just that... Oh, my back!
No matter what I asked you to do, you always have some excuse or reason why you can't do it.
I'm trying to help her, Mom, but she won't give me anything to help. Quite right there, too. That's how it's always been done. Don't you feel a bit defeated that you don't even know how to peel a potato, Dad? It's not very impressive, is it? Well, look at you talking back to your father.
Oh, for goodness sake. I'll just have to do it before we all die. It would be nice to eat at some point this year, don't you think? I would rather just do it myself than try and get someone else to help me. Kate, stand up. There are tea bags and sugar over there. Go and make a big jug of tea, please.
Sure thing, Jane.
Come on, get up. What's taking you so long? Have you actually turned into an ancient tortoise or something?
Jane, what are you doing?
Honey, what is wrong with you? Why would you shove her like that?
Oh my God, I just want to eat. Why are you getting on my case about this?
Mom, don't you think you're being way too harsh? Look at poor Kate, she's so upset now. Where was there any reason for you to treat her like this? Leave her alone.
Goodness, it's like being surrounded by a bunch of squeaking parrots. She's got you all wrapped around her fingers so she never has to do anything.
Don't you think it crosses a line to come and pull me up like that when I was trying to stand up already? You knocked me over.
I was in a hurry, that's all. I'm sorry if I offended you. I just want to finish cooking.
This is just embarrassing, Jane. Pull yourself together.
Look at you all. You're always on her side. You should be telling her to show her mother-in-law more respect, you know. Why are you doing this to me?
Respect needs to be earned, and you don't deserve it if you're pushing around your daughter-in-law. Why would you do something like that? It's pathetic. You're acting like a child.
Say that again. Go on.
Come on, babe. Up you get.
Oh.
Come on, let's get you to the hospital and you can get checked out.
She doesn't need to go to the hospital. It was barely a bump.
Did you seriously just say that? If the doctor tells us that anything looks wrong or damaged on my wife, it is over for you. You will pay if you've hurt her. Even if they say that she's fine, I need some time away from you. I don't want to see you for a while. Don't come over here until Kate has given birth. You're banned from visiting. Come on, sweetie, let's go.
Say that again. Go on.
The company has decided to hand the warehouse over to me.
So does that mean that you're in business again? That could definitely be a good opportunity, don't you think?
They gave it to me on the condition that I run things for a year without any premiums to see if I could do it.
And so? You're going to do it, surely. If you're running the whole warehouse, why am I still having to do the catering for the employees there? Can't you do it?
I'm the owner of the warehouse, don't be ridiculous. Does it look like I'm gonna put on a hairnet and start cooking for them?
Why am I cooking if you're the boss? Just hire someone else.
We've decided to make a start distributing for the stationery store just around the corner from the warehouse.
Why do you keep making me repeat myself? It's so frustrating. I asked you a question. Just answer me.
Listen to me. The company is still struggling after COVID. We almost went out of business completely. We have to keep a tight hold on every single cent. We can't go spending on whatever. Besides, it's not like you're busy. You just sit at home all day. You don't have anything better to do.
How do you know I don't have anything better to do?
Well, the one thing you used to do is gone. You can't go over to Adam's house for lunch every day anymore. They've told you not to visit. You don't have a job and you don't volunteer or anything. You can't go and see your son, so you're just bored in the house all day long. What could you spend your day doing? That's right, helping me out and cooking the company lunch for my employees.
Hey Jane, I'm here to pick up some baby food for the little one.
Why would you need to come and find me for that? It's not my job.
You're right, it isn't your job to sort out some baby food for my new little girl.
Exactly, it's not my job. Besides, you've just been sitting around all day. Surely you have nothing better to do than feed your kids?
Sure, but if you could just do it for me, that would be great. You're much quicker at all this than I am. It would save some time. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that I have a meeting this afternoon that I have to go to, so I will need you to watch the kids. Obviously, watching the kids isn't work either, as you've told me so many times.
I spend 6 days of the week cooking in the office, and this is the one day that I get to myself to rest.
You're the one who's always told me that you should never take a day off. It just encourages you to start slacking. It's not like it's a big job, asking you to make some baby food. I know that you could take care of the girls with your eyes closed too. You're a seasoned pro. I'm just a slow-moving tortoise, so everything is much more difficult when I do it. Thanks to you, I can get my life back while you watch the kids.
Well, what is your family doing? Why can't your mom help?
They're on vacation right now. They're not in town. They worked hard to earn and save up money when they were young. They've done their time. They deserve to enjoy the rewards of their hard work.
Well, I don't have anything to pass on to my kids. Are you really telling me I can't even rest and now I have to look after my grandchildren?
Something that takes me 3 hours only takes you 10 minutes. You know that. That's why I came to you for help, Jane. I was thinking that maybe we could move closer to you guys so it's easier for you to help with childcare. Or maybe we could all move in together.
Hey! Have you lost your mind? Are you trying to kill me? Whatever happens, whether we move in or not, there is no reason why I should have to watch your kids. Don't bring them here anymore. I never want to see you here again. I'm resting. You need to take care of your own kids and do your own housework. I don't care if you let your kids eat breakfast or dinner. They're not my problem.
Still, I'm going to need you to watch them today. Like I said, I already have an appointment.
Hey, take these kids and get out of here. I am not kidding.
Thank you, Jane.
She wouldn't even pretend to listen to me. The nerve. I guess she can move quick when she's trying to dump her kids on me. She's not a tortoise. She's too quick for that when she wants to be.
For almost the next 2 years, my mother-in-law ended up cooking lunch for the 5 warehouse employees every single day. The company eventually went bust and was out of business, so my father-in-law transferred to a management role at another company nearby. Even Jane ended up getting a job using her cooking skills, and she started working at the canteen in the new office. My father-in-law had collapsed another business, but he wasn't on good enough terms with Adam for a bailout. She had no choice but to start contributing to the bills. We just had to pretend we didn't know that another business had failed. Not only that, but as you know, my mother-in-law and my husband almost cut ties and stopped speaking. She knew she couldn't come and ask us for help, given the situation. She tried to text me about 3 separate times, but I just left her on red and ignored it. I could never forgive a woman who would treat her own son's wife so badly right in front of him. She was never a different person, whether she had enough money or not. I knew she would never change for the better.